Good evening, everybody. I hope you are all very well. I am very well too. We're going to play some jingly music, jingly, and then we're going to talk about all things crazy COVID. I hope you do not mind the silly voice. I'm in a silly mood. And let us begin. How are we all? I just want to say I never had a chance to speak to JJ in the back room. Jason, I know you're in the back there. I'm just going to unmute your mic. I'm going to do some. Why won't it let me unmute your mic? Oh God, have you got your own mic muted? Hold on. Add to the stream. Yes, you're there. I hope you are. I never had a chance to say hello to one of the panel tonight already. Waving to you, Jason. Hi. Are you in your beddy buys? Good boy. Did you have your hot chocolate? I hope you did. You deserve it. Right. Let me just go back to the screen with the decisively less attractive man, which is me compared to the JJ. How are we all today? I'm in a total rambling mood. I've had too much coffee for this time of night, as per usual. Let me just say hello to everybody. We've got a full house in YouTube tonight. Usually we have a couple of people in Facebook, but you're all in YouTube tonight. Hi, Shady. Hi, Barry. How's everybody else? Oh, there's somebody just popped into Facebook. Hello, Facebook user. Whoever else is on tonight, just say hello, please, so I know who you are. I love to interact with you. I'm tired. It doesn't feel like it, but I actually am mentally drained. I've been making contenty things all day, and Barry was giving me a wee hand as well with that earlier on, because he is my technical whiz kid when it comes to stuff like that. He's a good boy. Thank you, Barry, for keeping me right again. Hi. Right, okay. So we're going to have a wee chit chat about obviously what's going on in the world with regards to the coronavirus. You think after this time I'd be able to say it right, for God's sake.
The World Damnation Tour.
The World Damnation Tour. It's a voice from the back. From the back. There. In his cage. Stay in your cage. Stay in your cage. Now, honestly, I watched Pulp Fiction the other night there, and I was itching just to say, let's go and get... You're going to get muted. Barry, I don't care if you can't hear me, you rotten boy. The biggest headline we've got for today is our glorious leader, Boris Johnson, is been basically admitted to the ICU. I would not wish this upon anybody. Truly, I wouldn't. I really don't feel it would be appropriate for me to take the mickey out of him for this, other than I really do wish you well, Boris. I wish you a speedy recovery, even though I hate your politics and you're not my most favourite person in the whole wide world. I would not wish this upon you. And I hope you recover so we can continue the pantomime show, which is Westminster, down there just now. And yeah, but I've got something for Boris to watch. Let me just bring it up. This is a... Oh, I didn't share the screen properly in time, did I? This is a Survivor-only. We'll bring this up, we'll watch it just now. And this is a guy that was on the recovery for it all, which is great. And oh yeah, there we go. There is Mr. X in the stream as well just now. Thank you, Jason, for coming in. And we'll play this. I've already watched it, and it's quite cool. So check it out. Check it out.
James Cannizzaro is a survivor.
I feel pretty good. I've come a long way. It's been almost a month since I got the illness, and I'm still on the oxygen, but it's good to be home.
He left his Brooklyn home to go to the movies with his wife Jenna on March 7th.
About 11 o'clock that night, I just felt aches. I was coughing like crazy.
That Saturday night was the beginning of his 3-week battle against COVID-19.
When your lungs are full of fluid, you can't breathe. It's like you're drowning. It's like you're suffocating.
He was in the ICU at Brooklyn Methodist Hospital for 17 days.
It was just a horrible situation. I'm on a floor and everybody had the virus and people were passing away, and I thought I was going to pass away.
On a Thursday, his doctor told him they were administering chloroquine.
Friday, I got better. Saturday, I got better. Sunday, I almost felt like my old self. So that drug is really what saved my life, to be honest with you.
The 58-year-old had mild asthma and was otherwise healthy. He believes he got lucky with the experimental drug because he was seriously sick early on. Have you thought about if that doctor had not given you that medicine?
I think it would have been lights out. I got to be honest with you.
He was on the chloroquine for 10 days. On the 11th, he was released.
When they wheeled me out into the lobby, I got a standing ovation. Everybody gave me it was pretty cool. And I thought to myself, I go, you know what? I bet they're happy to see somebody go out in a chair for a change.
Ken Azzaro works at Gotham Comedy Club and is a fixture on the celebrity circuit. But now he has a new list of VIPs.
The people at the hospital were rock stars. They're my heroes, man. They're unbelievable.
And for those still battling COVID-19.
I've been there. I can tell you that it will get better. You got to have the right doctors and right nurses. And there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Ken Azzaro credits his doctor and chloroquine for saving his life. He asks that you stay inside and save yours. In the West Village, Tara Jagway, CBS 2 News.
Wow. A survivor story.
Can I just say one thing?
What? Go on.
How can you be drowning and suffocating at the same time? That is weird.
No
that
disrespect. The guy looked. He's just give him a break. He's mincing his words. He's just come out of having the shittiest virus.
Okay. Changing the subject, bro. Did you see the videos I sent you with the Sky News guy, the Chinese guy?
You can come and have a wee chat about that once we've talked about him and Boris and stuff like that. The reason I played that is that they use an experimental drug, and I've been a guinea pig for experimental drugs as well. When I had cancer, and if it wasn't for I'm not saying I'm a hero or anything, or that guy's a hero, but if it wasn't for the opportunity to try these on people and things like that, there might not be certain treatments in the world and everything. So I think that this guy and the fact that he used that they offered him experimental treatments is a very, very positive thing. It's very positive indeed. The fact as well, I totally get that with regards to drowning and suffocating at the same time. It's a bit odd, but we'll let him be. We'll let him be. And Boris, if you were watching this today, or if you watched back the stream at a later date, because I know you're a great fan of Mike Johnson. Okay. Basically, have hope, brother. I do wish you well, and get out of hospital soon so I can take the mickey out of you. I'm sure I've got a bit of a report about Boris as well. Yes, there it is there. Hold on. It's just loading. Have a look at it after. The other thing that is worth having a wee look at just now, even though that was a heartfelt, uplifting story, let me just bring up this. This is quite frightening. This is the latest statistics written over the past 24 hours. 439 people died, and over the past 24 hours, 3,802 more confirmed cases. I want to know though, are they testing these people? Is it just an assumption that's the case?
It's figures.
It's crazy. It's just frightening to think that that's the case. Shady in the chat is saying she's got asthma and I have asthma, and a bad attack always makes me feel like I'm drowning, but I can't imagine how scary it was for 3 weeks. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, this is like the worst case of pneumonia you can possibly have. There was one report I read about somebody that was at the really critical end. It came out the other side quite shiny still, but it came out the critical end after passing through using only 20% of his lungs. That's quite scary. You know, that's just like not just shallow breathing. It's like you can't take a full lung in. Can you imagine that? It doesn't bear thinking about. It's incredibly, incredibly scary, to say the least. And I don't want to scare anybody, scare people any more than necessary, because I think now we're actually living this. This isn't news anymore. This is the way that we're living our lives, locked in our houses, away from family. I've not seen 3 of my children for over 3 weeks now, and it's really getting to me. I'll be honest with you. It's the longest that I have not seen my children since their mother and I separated 5 years ago. I see them every single day, apart from the days when it's their mum's weekend for them, because they always come to my house after school. So Monday to Friday, they're always having their evening meals with me, and then on if it's their mum's weekend, I don't see them the Saturday and Sunday, but then I see them the Monday, even if they're going back. So I've not seen them now. It's what is it? It is 3 weeks and 1 day. It is not nice. It's beginning to take its toll on me. Not the stuck in my house. I can deal with being stuck in my house. That's not a problem. I've still got 10 weeks of that to go though. But not seeing my children is... Ooh. Jason, you were up here when this all kicked off, and you were separated from your boy for a little while. How did that feel for you just at the start of all this?
To tell the truth, I just treated it like an everyday holiday until my son phoned me up out of the blue and he said, "Dad," I went, "Yeah, son," and he goes, "You've been watching the news?" I went, "Yeah," and he goes, "I've been making a cure." I went, "Oh, right, okay." And I said, "What's in it?" He goes, "You have to wait and see when you come down." I went, "Okay." So I then spoke to his mum. And just before he went to bed, he came back to the webcam and he said, "Dad," I went, "Yes, son," and he goes, "Make me a promise." I went, "I'll try, but I won't keep. I don't make promises unless I hear it up front." And he goes, "Don't come home in a box." And he blew me a kiss.
Unless it was a Lego box or something, and it
No,
was filled.
no. He knows what he was talking about.
All right. Yes,
And
I know. Your son is a very clever little boy. You've told me all about him. I think that's amazing.
The thing about my son is he's one of these special children who has mental health issues and he's borderline. And he doesn't know he's got it, but his mum knows he's got it. I know he's got it. His grandparents know he's got it. And it doesn't stop him. It doesn't stop him because he knows for a fact that he is special and he is loved. And for a 7-year-old boy to say that to his dad, "Don't come home with a box,"
it's kind
it
of
just
worrying.
got to my throat. Yeah, it just got to my throat. And as soon as he said that, I just like packed my suitcase and said to my mate, I said, "Right, I'm getting the train tomorrow." And she went, "Why?" And I said, I'm not staying up here for much longer." And she goes,
That's the
"Are
best
you
thing
sure?"
that you did for Jason was basically going back again. It's unfortunate we didn't get a chance to hook up and have some burgers, and it's a good job you're still not here because I'm actually now on a vegan diet for a month, just to test. It's today was day one, and it was fine. It's no different. Occasionally, it's just I end up having it and everything. Hey, who's that? Hey Mo, happy to catch you live. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much, Alia Zikar. Wow, what a fantastic name!
That is a nice name.
That is very nice. My daughter is called Alia, spelled completely differently though. That's amazing. Right, I wanted to also just look at another bit of internet stuff here. Look at that, okay? It says, I don't want you to focus on the cases or the deaths. I want you to focus on the recovered, okay? 278,182 people have recovered from this globally, which I think is a beautiful thing. It goes to show you that this isn't all death and horribleness and a terrible way to live just now. It is actually, it's going to go in the right direction. We will get over this eventually. It will be okay. I was speaking to one of my neighbours outside of the window, as I do from my balcony, which is just my living room. I'm treating it like a balcony now. And it was one of my neighbour's daughters, actually, and she was saying we might not be back at school till September. And I went, well, if that's what it is, that's what it is. You know, I'm supposed to go back to school, back to work in 15th of June. That's when I'm supposed to go back, on the 15th of June. But when I spoke to the HR team today, they said potentially if anything changes, they'll get in touch. I can't see anything changing. I think we will be going back. I'm looking forward to going back. Let me just say just now, because I didn't do it at the start, a big thank you to all the frontline workers in medicine, retail, and also the backbone of our civilization, the amenities people that keep the water flowing, the gas running, and the electricity sparking up. You're all amazing to keep us operational. If it wasn't for the electricity, we would not be speaking. I would not have a window to the world. So let me just say a big thank you to everybody. And I just want to say a special thank you to all my colleagues and friends and people within my team at ASDA. I miss you all greatly, I do. And I can't wait to come back to work. And there's a few of you on the morning stream this morning. It was nice to have you drop in. So if you play this one back, I would like to say thank you very, very, very much, which is good. Right, what else did we want to talk about tonight? There was something that interested me that Jason actually sent. Jason, you sent me something about the Chinese. There was the Chinese diplomats in London on that video, basically saying that China had kept, not the British government had basically accused China of withholding information to begin with it all. Briefly outline what that meant to you when you saw it. How did you feel? What was the actual report as a whole?
I was actually quite surprised. I was sent it by one of my friends, one of my contacts, and I watched it, and I was like going, lies, 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 on the Chinese side.
Who though? Lies from the British or from the Chinese?
The Chinese side. Because
Okay.
if you actually watched the video closely, it looked like he was reading an auto cue. Because you could see it on his glasses. You couldn't see what was actually said, but you could tell he was reading an auto cue. And as he was talking, on the far left, you saw someone walking back and forth, as in pacing back and forth on the glass cabinet. So it looked like someone was overwatching him, making sure he was addressing that China has got nothing to do with this, blah, blah, blah. And as it was unfolding, when this Chinese official, Ben, said, I quote, the doctor who actually blew the whistle was an eye surgeon. I'm like going, was he? Pardon my French. Beep. He wasn't. He was a Chinese scientist who was working in a lab, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And when he blew the whistle to his students and his fellow colleagues, that is when the Chinese officials said, grab him.
Wow.
And they went to him, and they literally, and when the reporter from Sky said to this Chinese guy, is it true that you basically arrested him and dragged him screaming out of his office, along past his friends and his colleagues, and he was put into a van and he had to sign paperwork to say it was all lies? That is a porky pie. If you don't believe me, fine. But the thing is China at this moment in time, they are public enemy number one.
But
And the
why
thing
are
is,
they public enemy number one?
well, the thing is America's now beginning to talk with Russia, so the Cold War is slowly but surely thawing out. At long last, Russia and America are beginning to become friends again, which is a good thing. And at the meantime, you've got China. Now, this country, if you've ever been to China, it's a lovely country. The people are lovely, the cultures are lovely, the food's brilliant. But there's a
Mhm.
part of China you don't see, which is underneath the iceberg, as we would say. It's just
Uh-huh.
icing on the cake. And the thing is that's the part of China you don't want to go down, especially down a dark alley, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
But the thing is, I see China as the new threat because it's a huge country, and at the same time as it's got one of the biggest armies in the world. Not so big air force, not so big naval, because it's an army. It's a inland rather than it's got a coastal port. But the thing is China is now the new threat. And the thing is in the past few days, you've had the United States sanctioning funds out of China. You've had the UK start doing it today. It wouldn't surprise me if Spain, Italy, France, Germany, and all the other countries start doing it one by one. Because the thing is China has to admit, if they did do it, come clean. Because they've got all the notes and all the records and all the things and all the 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 mass chemicals and that. China is just a sleeping dragon. And
They are.
I'll tell you one thing.
China. Let's just have a look at the Chinese history for invasions. They've not. The only sort of aggressive sort of nature they've had is with Taiwan in the past 100 years, if I'm not mistaken. They were invaded by Japan in the Second World War. They've not crossed any borders. They may have been involved in Cambodia and Vietnam in some way of providing weapons, but they didn't provide forces. I think they might have provided like just arms and tools. They are the least likely to have an aggressive war, as you're saying, with regards to the forces that they've got. However, they are quite likely to potentially do electronic warfare. They're a very high tech country, even though they're quite rural in most of the country. The aspect and the thought of them potentially using biological warfare, I don't believe it for 1 second. I really don't. What have they got to gain? For anything like that, apart from destruction of their own people, culling of their own people potentially, and everything like that.
It's capitalism. It's capitalism versus communism, brother.
Yeah, but capitalism in China, stop for a second. Capitalism in China, all right, is basically how they produce a lot of stuff. They are the factory of the world. Okay, they produce the most goods to the world. They have thawed out for capitalism as a whole with regards to it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have so many cheap Chinese products coming across into the Western world. Okay, so
They're damaged goods. They're damaged goods.
Hmm?
They're damaged goods. They don't
Right.
pass the Chinese standards, so they ship them out.
Them.
The thing about the Chinese is everything has to be immaculate.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jay, right? Look at it from this point of view, all right? It's quite straight up, right? The world still buys those products, okay? Now, Hawaii, or whatever that phone is, one of the biggest brands. Okay? They rival Apple with level of technology, but Apple's got the branded name, okay? I'm actually thinking about, I'm due a new phone in a month. I'm actually thinking about going and getting one of those ones because the battery lasts longer, the camera is better, and it's about a third of the price for what I want. And I'm like, it's kind of crazy. Alia has said just now, I heard something today about the fact that Wuhan is where it all started. That is absolutely true. In a 100-year-old meat market, that is also true. yet not many cases at all coming from Beijing or Shanghai or from Russia near Putin. Well, in Russia, Alia, they've actually locked down in the entirety of Moscow. Moscow is basically quarantined and nobody is allowed outside their houses. Putin is actually suspected of having this now. We did a wee report late last week about him wandering around a hospital in a nice big yellow suit, and then at the end of the report he was wandering around the same hospital just in his suit, just his normal suit. He has done reports on his own in television studios, and potentially you may have it. Was there any cases in Beijing or Shanghai? I don't know. I think there probably would have been. But Wuhan is where it all started. It was a wet market. That it's called a wet market because it is soaking wet in blood, entrails, guts, and everything. in China, they've changed the laws now just recently. However, previous to the COVID outbreak, you could basically eat any wild animal you wished. And there was very relaxed laws and standards with regards to how these animals were slaughtered. And hence why they were, the wet markets are called wet markets, because there was just like butcher's tables. That's all they are, butcher's tables, butcher's knives, and they would kill and slaughter the animals in front of you. We're talking anything you wanted to eat. And allegedly, this particular virus jumped from one animal to another animal, mutating as it went, and eventually it hit a bat, and this bat was produced in a soup. And that's how the virus transported itself into a human host. It was just a bat wings. Now, we're not talking about tiny little bats that you get in the UK. We're talking about big-ass winged bats, okay? Big things, all right? Massive things. And that's kind of like the story, whether it's an urban legend or not, but that is where COVID came from. We had a whole conspiracy theory night about it on Friday. We did an hour and a half long special. It was really interesting, talking about potential places underground at these markets. I don't doubt it. You know, we don't get to know everything. We are proletarians, we are the workers, we are the people that turn the wheels of society. But what we don't ever know is where, you know, what the high Hegians are getting our scientists to do and things. Like, for instance, okay, I don't know whether I've got, let me just see if I can share this onto the screen just now. I don't know if any of you have heard that the coronavirus has jumped into cats, both domestic cats and also big cats. And this is something I was going to talk about as well. Where are we? Yes. So, frequently asked questions about coronavirus and cats. Cats, can cats catch coronavirus? What would I do if I have to self-isolate? We put the answers together for more of the common questions. I've read reports in the media that about a cat getting COVID-19 from its owner. What? I didn't read that way. And its owner giving a putty cat the disease. A bit wild. A bit wild.
Did you read about the tiger in New York, which actually caught it from one of its keepers?
I think that's what they're talking about here. I think that's what they're talking about.
It was in New York. It was in New York. It was
you carry on, Tim. I'm going to have a quick read of this. Oh no, this is a report in Belgium. Says a cat owned by a woman with coronavirus developed symptoms including vomiting, diarrhea, and breathing difficulties. Nah, that's not all the things. I've never heard diarrhea as one of the, what's it called, symptoms. Maybe it's a symptoms in cats. Okay, the coronavirus was detected in the cat's feces and vomit. This might be the first possible case of human to cat transmission. Oh my God, am I actually reading this?
Yes, you are, Bo.
Mentions of feline coronavirus, FCONV. What is feline coronavirus, and should I be worried about my cat getting it? It's a common contagious virus that can be found in feces of cats. You know what? I think this is all bullshit. I think it's all nonsense.
I smell porkies.
I smell nonsense. Tell me about the the zoo thing in New York you were saying there just now.
Yeah, it was on the news this evening, but a tiger in New York came down with COVID-19 because one of the keepers passed it on to one of the tigers, and then the other 5 tigers in the enclosure have all tested with minor symptoms. But the American the American zoo says that they are being well looked after. They won't be put down. They are on the recovery list.
Oh, that's good. Poor big tigers. No, that was just one of the reports I'd heard from. I'd heard about that one, and I also was reading about the potential of it going across to other cats as well.
Then,
Can you imagine that?
A couple of weeks ago, there was talk that there was a dog in California who picked it up, and it was so advanced it had to be put down because it was suffering. That,
shame.
Who knows?
Shame. Right, we've not played any of our jingles tonight, which is very strange. Usually I'm a lot more organised.
Jingle, 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 jingle.
Yeah, you're going to sing my jingles for me. Thank you very much. Ali, thanks for the graphics. I'm sorry, was it a bit too much, bit too graphic for you, Alia? Am I saying your name correctly as well? And
come into chat, Alia. I don't bite.
No, it's strange because my daughter's called Alia as well, but it's spelled completely differently. My daughter spells her name slightly differently. It's only 4 letters, ALIA. So it's interesting to see a different spelling of it there up there just now, which is good. Yes, anyway, let's just move on quickly to the next little bit that I have planned to speak about before we go on to Corona Idiots of the Day. Let's see, Matt Hancock. Now, Matt Hancock is our Chief Medical Officer down in Westminster. Let me bring this up on the screen. And quite rightly so, where are we going? Here we are, that's the one we want. Quite rightly so, he's going to potentially ban all outdoor activity. Let's take a look at this just now. Coronavirus map live. We don't want the map live. We want, oh, come on, why didn't you scroll it? There we go. I think I've got too many windows open. Yes, down we go. Right. Coronavirus map live. Number 10 could ban all outdoor exercise as idiots ignore. Oh, that's because we're on Corona Idiots. I need to actually play the jingle for that. One wee second. Let's play the jingle for Corona Idiots of the Day because I've not played any jingles. Let's play it. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I've not played any jingles tonight at all. I'm completely disorganized. That was our Corona Idiots of the Day jingle, and we are going to basically be talking, severely about. I get frustrated, very frustrated. Okay, with people not taking this distancing thing seriously. Okay, so if we get treated like children and we go the way of Moscow. All right, which you don't really want, to be perfectly honest. Okay, it's going to be your own fault if you've been an absolute dickhead about dealing with this. Okay, so let's get it perfectly straight just now. Is it essential for you to drive to the beach to exercise? What do you think, Jay? Is it essential for you to drive to the beach to exercise?
No fucking way.
Right, okay, good. Right, so let's keep this, and anybody that's watching just now as well, all right? You can answer the questions as well. Just do an N for no, a Y for yes. Okay.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
You what?
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
They can do whatever they wish. They can say Y or N or yes or no, or they can comment on whatever they please. But so we've decided it's not essential for you to go to the beach to exercise in your car. What about going in your car to your local supermarket?
Nope.
Is it not? Is it not essential for you to eat food?
Nope. No, I walk. It's more
You walk.
healthier.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general, people in
Oh, right.
general. Yeah,
All
people
right,
in.
sorry.
I mean, I'm not allowed out at all, so I'm not going anywhere with it. So yeah, it might be essential if you can walk. Let's walk. Okay, it's better for you. You're now killing two birds with one stone. Is it essential for you to drive to your dad's house? This is a double whammy. This question. Okay, because caring for your dad, then it might well be essential. So yes and no. All right. But okay, was it essential for all these absolute idiots to be out on the beach and the parks and everything over the weekend? What you've got to look at and what you've got to realize is in a week's time, we're going to have another possible rush of the virus hitting the hospitals and things. It's crazy. It's crazy. I just don't get people that do this. If I find it so damn so damn frustrating that I'm stuck indoors. I am actually stuck indoors completely. I will not go outside, and we've got people that are just just don't give a shit. Basically, they don't care. The health secretary said the government is prepared to take action that is necessary to get this virus under control. Yes, about time too. But are you just talking the talk, Mr. Hancock? Are you just talking the talk? Because I don't believe you. Every single turn during this whole crisis, every single turn that the government has made, okay, they have not turned round and fulfilled what they've said. They wanted to do testing 2.5 weeks ago, and then a week ago, and then 3 days ago. How many have they tested? Hardly any. It's ridiculous. Absolutely outrageous. I don't get it. I find it exceptionally frustrating. So when Mr. Hancock turns around and he says, we're going to take steps to get this under control, wow, don't believe you, mate. Okay, I don't believe you one iota. He added that the vast majority of people are following the rules. Yes, we are. Let's not have a minority spoiling it for everybody. Sounds like a bad parent, does our Hancock guy. Okay, I have said the same line to my children. Let's not have one of you spoil it for the rest of you. Okay, but that's what I think the nation needs. It needs a parent right now to basically say, right, children, it's time for bed. You're not getting out. You're in quarantine, and we're going to have a curfew as well. It comes that the UK's second weekend in lockdown is predicted to be the warmest in 6 months. Brockwell Park in Lambeth has been forced to close today after 3,000 people. 3,000 people. Hold on, you got to see my face. Oh my fucking God. Oh my, 3,000 people. They've all got it now.
Take
They've
a
all
sip
got
of
it.
your coffee, Paul. Take a sip of your coffee.
You what?
Take a sip of your coffee before you pass out.
Coffee. 3,000
Ah,
fucking heads, man. I don't get it.
the thing is, if people don't listen, they're dumb. If people do listen, some may dumb, some may not. The only people who are listening are the people who want to live. And the thing is I only go out of my flat once a week. I don't go out for daily exercise as I meant to because I find some other way of exercising within my flat. But 9 times out of 10, I would rather stay inside just to be on the safe side. The thing is people won't listen to governments because they just don't. They only listen to the governments if it's worthwhile for them or their family or for their
They don't listen to the government unless there's bombs going off in their backyard, mate. There's a simple mentality called NIMBY, not in my backyard. If it's not happening in the person's face, all right, they don't give a shit, all right? It's going to take for members of these people's families to die their friends to die, or even now their cats to die of this virus, right? It is doing my head in. I can't do anything about it. I'm not going to shout at people. It's not my job to do that, but I will certainly rant about it, because here's me, okay, with a compromised immune system. I'm not waving the flag of, oh, woe is me. Okay, I'm saying I would rather be at work. I would rather be doing something constructive with my life. Okay, apart from this is the most structure that I've got is streaming, preparing a stream and then doing it. Okay, talking about it, enjoying the company of people that come and see me in my tiny little audience. I like this. I do. All right. I enjoy preparing content for what I'm moving on to with the next sort of phase of streaming and YouTube and creation and stuff. Okay. I enjoy all that. Okay. I've still got 10 weeks of that. I can accomplish lots, but it doesn't earn me money, even though I'm getting paid for being off. Okay. It doesn't earn me money. It doesn't further my department. My department's going to be a shithole when I go back. And then you've got everybody else just going down the beach thinking, hey, we're invincible. I know, it's crazy. Let's have a listen. I need to have a look at the old chit chat, see what everybody's saying about this. I'm sorry for the rant, guys. I can't help it. I get very upset. Not seeing my kids for 3 weeks, stuck in the house for 2. Don't mind being stuck in the house. That bit doesn't bother me. But not seeing my kids is pretty crappy. Right, so Alia says, yeah, you're right with what you're saying is right. I'll join you sometime. Enjoying your chat, though. Thanks, guys. You're welcome, Alia. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. I hope that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If not, go click it now. What else is she saying there? Alia's also said, yes, if, taking the car shopping, absolutely. And then Shady's saying no for probably one of the questions. I'm sorry, Shady, I missed that. It only just popped up on my screen just now because I've got a very slow computer. Equilibrium says, my nearest supermarket is about 5 miles there and back. Walking would be impossible. It's fine for city folk near shops. Absolutely. It's easy for me. I live 5 minutes from my local store. Alia says, it's a shame what a bit of nice weather will do to the Brits. Unfortunate for the rest of us. Yes, I agree completely. We seem to get to...
What do you think of the Russian so-called tactics they're doing during this thing? Because I was talking to a friend. I was talking to one of my friends from Moscow this afternoon, and she was saying to me that in order to go out, you've got to text if you've got access to a smartphone, you've got to text this to a number. Wait a couple of minutes, you then get a text back with a code, and you can go out and do your shopping for your medicines and your food stuff. But if you don't have that on your smartphone and the police pull you over, you can face up to 5 years, maybe 10 years tops in a jail, and get fined 1 million rubles. What do you think to that, Bob?
Right, yeah. The jailing is... If you're infected and you infect somebody, all right, that's what the jailing's for. If you infect one person, it's a limited sentence. If you infect a bunch of folk, it goes up further and further. But if you're caught out on the streets of Moscow without a pass number that is basically tagged to your personal ID, because you have to show the number on your smartphone, all right, and then the police will look up that and then ask for your ID. If those two don't match, it is £1 million ruble fine. That is about £10,000. Okay,
and everyone else is charging £10,000 as well. Australia's doing, New Zealand's doing it. America started doing it. What's this not coming to? It's just weird.
Well, the track record of the British government during this crisis, they've all been pretty shit. Every decision that they've made, every turn that they've made, okay, with the exception of lockdown, has been garbage. Absolute garbage.
The thing is with the British government is they just want to keep their nice, cushy, comfy seats, and they want to just sit on their donkeys and just like churn out so much hogwash. I've never heard so much spin in my life. It's just doing my head. I try and stay away from the newspapers. I try to stay away from the news.
Shit, to say the least. Wow. I feel completely triggered about this whole thing. It's like I said at the start, this isn't news to us anymore. This isn't new. We've been living in a COVID world now for over a month. We've been living in lockdown for over 2 weeks. We should know better. We've got the statistics show that it's not dying down; it's increasing in the UK, which is pretty bad. It's getting worse in America. It's going to get worse in Russia, and potentially they're looking at a second wave in China as well. So all we need now is a meteor strike to basically mutate this into an alien virus, and then we'll have zombies, and I'll be happy. Forget zombies, I'll be happy. All right, that's just going to be great. I'm prepared for that, totally. It'll be awesome. You just stay locked indoors, grab your son eventually, and get your butt back to Scotland, Jason, if that's the case. All right.
I'm going to the Scottish Islands. I'm going to the Scottish Islands. I'm going to turn into old man of Donegal.
I'm going to blow up each end of the fourth rail bridge and live on a man-made island. After watching World War Z and them climbing over walls, I don't trust anything else.
They're doing a sequel to that,
You what?
They're doing a sequel to World War Z. They're doing a sequel.
Yes, I know. Well, there's a second book. I've read the second book as well. It's quite good. We are going to have a quick.
Have you read any of the Metro series?
I probably haven't. No, I don't never heard of them.
Ask Olga when she wakes up tomorrow if she's read any of the Metro series, because they're quite.
I'm having a shot of something just to unpiss myself off. This is a sneaky drink.
What you having, Bo?
I won a bottle of Sears, apple Sears in a raffle at Christmas time, so we just opened it today.
That's what I'm having.
Sours, it's sour. Holy shit. Oh, Iron Brew, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on to the isolation games, which is our little bit about what people are doing. There is a host missing tonight, and that's our Cognag, but I found something. I don't know. He messaged me earlier on.
Has he been abducted to the concentration camps in Mexico?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's play the jingle. Okay, right. So the isolation games is our part of the show where we talk about what people are doing in isolation. So I'm going to tell you what I've been doing in isolation. Fuck all. Nothing. I did go to the garden and I did cut the grass. Okay. And I did tidy it up a little bit. So my garden is really nice and tidy. And that was the only fresh air that I've been out with for the past 2 weeks, apart from sitting with the window open. I've also tidied the house in bits and places quite a lot. I've, kept myself mentally busy by organising a stream and creating other content. I've done a lot of cooking. I've done what my challenge is for the next month is to basically stick to a vegan diet, which is not going to be too difficult, I've discovered, because I like vegetables, I like pulses, I like soups and things like that. And I was already 66% vegan anyway, because we usually have a nice vegetable soup for lunch, and I always have porridge for my breakfast. The only thing I have to do is change the stock cubes and the method of making stock in the soup, and have soya milk instead of cow's milk. And so that was me today. I feel fine. I don't feel anything different. Tomorrow I'll get up and I will do my Spartan routine in the morning for working out, and then I will hit the porridge and things again as well. What have you been doing? Anything exciting, Jason, with being isolated?
Did a bit of housework. Did my weekly shop today. Got some gas and electric in. Did some housework, did some hoovering, some dishes, had a shower, played on my PlayStation for a little while.
Okay.
Waiting for my games to come from a certain game company shop, which, if they're not being delayed, they should be coming to me sometime soon. And just waiting for this curfew to uplift, and then I can start spending more time with my son and have more fun.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Oh, shady bits. I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. You're a World of Warcraft player? Wow.
Way!
Warcraft for the win. I woke up Barry. That did indeed. Shady, we have a, what's it called? A Discord server with its own room for World of Warcraft, would you believe? So if you go to my Instagram, and go to the link tree there is an actual link that takes you to the welcome room for the Discord server. So go and click onto that for the Horde. Yeah, okay. We'll talk. We'll have a chat about that later. We'll have a chat. Equilibrium says, to entertain myself, I put my head on my dog's chest and tried to breathe at the same rate he did, and you nearly passed out. Okay, was that because the dog smelled, or because you was so relaxed that you didn't get enough oxygen? I don't know. Crazy. Right. Anyway, let me just quickly bring up what I wanted to show you in the old, the next little tab. Hopefully, it's going to be fine. Just wait for it. Come on, hurry up. Share, damn you. Share. Uh-oh. Are we all still here?
What's up, bro? Well, God knows what's wrong with Mojax. It seems like
I'm back.
oh, he's coming.
Yeah, don't ask me what happened there. Honestly, my router's got a way of like chucking its arse out all over my living room floor. I've got half of the internet now spilled out my router all over my living room floor. Crazy, crazy. Yes. Now I'll have to go and try and get that page up again. Let's see. This is just a bit of fun. It's a shame that Cognag is not here to share this with us. I'm just going to see if we can get this to work, and I don't get chucked out again.
Okay, Barry, that's a good one.
We will come to that in a second. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Right, good. Right, okay, it is there. Okay, so check this out for our little Cognaggy here. Let me just make sure it's on the screen there. Yes. Here we go. Hold on.
Oh, bless him.
I was gonna go to work, but then I got corona. Gonna go out and buy new clothes, but then I got corona. I'm stuck in quarantine, and I know why.
That boy is a maniac.
Work, but then I got corona.
He's wow, wait now. Why is that on the screen? Yeah, there we go.
But then I got corona. I'm stuck in quarantine, and I know why.
Ah, you gotta love him, eh? You have to love that man.
He's a legend.
He's a maniac. He's a maniac. He's
a legend.
He's
a legend.
Okay. We'll say he's a legend. That's fine. He actually sent that to me, and he says, "What do you think of this?" It says it's going on the internet today. You do realize that? And he's like, "Yeah, okay. That's good." Maybe that's why he's not turned up tonight. Maybe that's why he's not turned up. Listen, guys, this has been a bit of a ranty night tonight. I'm thinking about, I could quite happily sit and talk to you about nonsense now for the rest of the night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my usual outro. just now. And then if anybody wants to come and join us, I've got 4 more spaces in here. I'm quite happy to drop the invite screen if people want to just come and chat offline without being live. I will drop this in just now. All you need is a smartphone and something. So just a 10-minute after chat sort of thing without being broadcast. That is the link that's coming into it just now. So if any of you just want to pop into the room and have a proper chat, you're more than welcome to do so. Just click on that part and accept the microphones and wait until you'll have to come in, I think, before. No, you'll be able to come in after I end the broadcast as well, because Jason and I will probably have a chat for 10 minutes. It's nice to have a continuation of everything that's not the format of the show. So listen, thank you very much. Tomorrow and the next day, I will be dropping things onto my Instagram because I'm trying to encourage more people to come to my YouTube channel to click on the old subscribe button. So that's what my content about.
Ring his bell. Ring his bell.
What are you saying? You're crazy.
Ring your bell. Ring your bell.
Oh, yeah, ring my bell. Oh yes, ring my bell. Right, I got you. Sorry. I'm just losing it. Right, so let's play the outro jingle. And if anybody wants to come and join us for a chat, you're welcome to come and join us for a chat. And yeah.
That's a good picture, that. The way it's just froze. You should have that on your profile picture. You know, it's like you're eating the microphone, bro.
I swear to God, I fucking hate technology.
You're back, are you, Bo?
Yes, I am. The router was just updating.
Everything in my bachelor flat is Wi-Fi. My PS3, my PS4, my TV, my smartphone, my internet is wireless. So basically, it's all no wires. Everything is Wi-Fi.
Madness, madness. Listen, thank you for looking after the boys and girls. I'm really sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
It's okay, Bo. It's okay.
Um,
Aria was saying that she's going to try and see some of your earlier videos before she comes on.
all right. That's nice of her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Yeah,
I'm gonna
she's
see
a nice
her.
lass.
I don't know where she's from.
She
Which,
said she was from down south in Leicester at the moment, spent a few years in Yorkshire, aka Hull, lived in Dundee for a few years, missed Scotland though, plan to take a trip up this summer once this pandemic is over.
I know who that is. We know who that is. That's somebody from my brother's place, which is great.
Yeah, she said she's watched you and your brother's videos, so she's quite a big fan.
Yeah, cool. Right, okay, we will call this stream come to an end. What fun.
This is the end, my beautiful
And
friend,
thank you, ladies and
the
gentlemen, for
end.
listening to me again. I'm going to play the outro one more time and see if I can ruin the internet for myself again. Okay, so I'll speak to you all later. Take care and stay in the back room, Jason. I'll have a wee word. Okay, have a wee chit chat.
Yeah, no problem. Speak to the
Bye
best.
bye. This is just the stream finishing just now. Broadcast is ending.